hour ago, a bomb blew up the Kremlin. The president has initiated Ghost Protocol. The entire IMF has been disavowed. Now I've been ordered to take you to Washington, where they will hang the Kremlin bombing on you and your team, unless you were to escape after assaulting Rant and me. But if any one of your team is caught, they will be branded terrorists out to incite global nuclear war.
So what happens now?
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
So, what's the play?
Who are you really, Brant?
We all have our secrets. Don't we, Ethan?
Okay, now remember, blue is glue.
And when it's red?
Dead.
You're not gonna make it!
You're not helping.
So, what are your initial thoughts on the trailer?
I really liked the trailer. I thought it was really, really upbeat. I've noticed that Eminem seems to be the go-to guy for trailer music, but he bloody delivers. So it was really empowering. The scenes were really good. But before we go into that, why don't you give a bit of background to the story? What's the plot?
Oh, for those who aren't familiar with the story, the IMF is shut down.
The International Monetary Fund.
Oh no, the Impossible Missions Force.
Ah, okay, that makes. I thought maybe shut down because of DSK.
Yeah, I was
And
wondering when they're
following
talking about that, when they bombed when the IMF shut down, like.
Yeah, well, after the head of IMF abused that waitress who then lied, they call in Tom Cruise, who's been blamed for it. He was the waitress. Just like Mission Impossible 2, he takes off the mask and it's the waitress accused of being right. Okay,
That would have been a way to take
that
it.
would have been.
But yeah, the IMF is shut down when it's implicated in a global terrorist bombing plot.
Ooh.
Ghost Protocol is initiated, and Ethan Hunt and his rogue new team must go undercover to clear their organization's name. No help, no contact, off the grid. You have never seen a mission grittier and more intense than this.
You know what? I think if this podcast doesn't work out, you should definitely consider being the new cinema voiceover guy. I could just feel the intensity while you're going through the plot.
In cinemas this summer.
Yeah, exactly. Grittier than ever. The IMF strikes back. DSK. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why it's Terminator. Anyway, another interesting thing about this film is the director who's who's attached, Brad Bird. Some of you may not know. Brad Bird, this is his live action directorial debut.
Oh, nice.
This guy, and I'm sure some of you don't know this guy is the one that directed Incredibles. He's directed some of The Simpsons. He's the one that did Ratatouille. And he
Good
also
films.
did Iron Giant, which is one of the best animated
Yeah,
films
it really
ever.
is.
Really critically acclaimed.
I love The Incredibles.
So, and what makes this even more interesting, none of these films are obviously action films. These are all, not only, forget about the delivery of them, them being, animated or CGI or whatever. These are all comedy, family-friendly films. So, obviously, first, before I even seen a trailer, it was, I, like many others, were curious as to what he would do, how he would go about
taken
it.
out of his depth and out of his comfort zone from the looks of it.
Well, when he said it, looked from the sounds of it, Pat.
From the sounds of it, yeah.
Because judging by the trailer, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Really,
It looks
good.
amazing, right? Like the action scenes look bloody intense, really realistic. Like I'm always sold when you see a guy in a suit running. Anytime you got a guy in a suit running explosions, I'm sold. I want to see that film.
What is he running from?
What is he running from?
The mystery
exactly.
just gets you.
And what adds to that, and I praise Tom Cruise for doing this, he grew his hair back. There's nothing like seeing wavy slow motion hair in
That waves the
explosions.
trademark.
Exactly, it's a trademark. It's got a bit of an MI2 feel to it, but that's probably the only good thing about Mission Impossible 2. And I'm glad they brought it back. And he looks fantastic for his age. I expected a turkey neck, but he doesn't have it.
Really
he
good.
looks chiseled. He's looking good. He's looking great. I'm really looking forward to this film. The scenes looked amazing.
Did you see the fight scene? The fight scene.
fight scenes
Tom
look
Cruise
great.
looked like Hwarang from Tekken with the hair flailing and the kicks side to side.
Yeah,
It was really good.
It did look good, didn't it? And like, I'm glad they're bringing back some of the over the top impossible missions, I suppose.
Yeah, the
as
cliche
title-
of the franchise.
Yeah, like with him jumping off that building.
Yeah.
That looked amazing. And obviously, a lot of the cast are back. Ving Rhames is back. Simon Pegg's
Love
back.
Simon Pegg.
But unfortunately, don't seem to have many of the others returning. They have a lot of new cast members. Paula Patton, she looks just fit. She looks bloody awesome. So hopefully, it should be more than just the talent on screen. Hopefully, she'll be able to bring something else. But obviously, got the new addition, Jeremy Renner, also showing his chops off in the film. Obviously, he's been touted as the future replacement for Ethan Hunt.
I wasn't aware of this.
Well, there you go. Well, I'm glad you're doing this podcast with me. But
I'm learning as I'm doing.
We're here to help. But yeah, he's coming on to take over the role in the future. Obviously not Ethan Hunt himself, but it was good to see what his role is. Obviously, the hint that he's got a bit of a mysterious background. You know, we've all got our secrets, Ethan, as he says in the trailer. So, but he seems to be able to match up to Ethan Hunt in terms of physical skills. You even saw him doing
Face
a
off
little
there.
homage to Mission Impossible 1 in the trailer, with him going up on the suspended, what do you call that thing?
On just
Suspended.
the rope that you drop on
The rope
when you're a
drop.
super
That's
spy.
The super spy rope.
Yeah,
Super
exactly.
spy rope, I believe they call it in the IMF
Made
circles.
famous from the Mission Impossible movies.
Exactly, yeah. So, and he's obviously he did that in the trailer. So that was quite interesting to see, a little throwback to that. So
Yeah, definitely.
it was quite interesting to see what his dynamic's going to be. And obviously, I'm not a big fan of Jeremy Renner, I must say, but he might be a good addition to the team. But the trailer looked fantastic.
Definitely did.
All right, next up we have the trailer for Assassination Game, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Scott Adkins.
So for sure, ass games.
Yeah, let's watch them pound each other.